Hello again viewers, so we're on the government approved list of PCR Day 2 providers. At the time of filming, obviously things have changed. You need a PCR test when you return and you have to self-isolate until you get a result. So, pretty simple to book these tests, but they vary in price. There's good news and there's bad news here. The good news is you can get PCR tests for £20 and under. Now the bad news is some of the reviews are not great for these companies, so use it at your own risk. I can't recommend them. As I said, I'm just a wee guy on YouTube doing videos, but I can just let you know my experience and what I've used before. So I'm on the government website. All we do is we filter it down here. Day 2 PCR test. Obviously at one point it could change to day 2 and day 8. And they've got a test to release. That's for, I think that's if you're not vaccinated in England. There's that option as well. So, Day 2, location, we could put all, or I could put Scotland. It doesn't really make much difference. The only difference it does make, if you want to get quicker results, there are airport tests available. They're not available at all airports. Just when I checked here, Scotland only had Edinburgh Airport, but they'll probably get Glasgow by the time this gets uploaded. So, plenty of airports in England where you can get tested. You will pay more for it. You're probably going to get the results a bit quicker because you can literally do it when you come off the flight, and hopefully you'll get the results within 24 to 48 hours at the most. All the other companies who are cheaper will post the test kit out to you, so when you arrive back at your house, you'll basically do the test, send it away, isolate until you get the results, hopefully again within 48 hours. So location, I'm just going to put all. Testing methods, depends what you're comfortable with. If you're just comfortable doing it yourself, it'd be self-swab at home. So I'll just put all methods. We'll just see what comes up here. Okay, so here you can see we've got prices starting from 95p. Now, this approved list has got a lot of issues with it. Some of these companies on here advertise prices that are never available when you go on to try and book them. So let me know what's the cheapest PCR test that you bought so far. The company that I've used before is £20, and I'll show you them in a wee minute. They're called Expert Medicals. They're not on the government approved list, but their test requirements meet the specifications, so they should be accepted in the UK locator form. Again, I'm not recommending them, I'm just letting you know who I've used before. You can use Randox with codes, etc. for about £43, and if you're flying with Jet2 or TUI, EasyJet, etc., sometimes you can get tests done even cheaper through them as well. So you've got quite a few options here. As you can see, they all vary in price. Some of the companies you've heard of, some you've not. There's one there, AIS COVID testing, £20. So I just click on that, and they've got a day 2 self-swab on site in East Kilbride, which is actually very close to me. So that's not bad, but you have to travel to obviously get that done, so you'd as well get it posted before you go, and then when you arrive back at your house, it's actually there, right there and then. As I said, some of the airport ones are quicker, but you will pay a lot more money, and I'm going to show you a site that compares all your options depending on what suits your requirements. If you're working from home, you're maybe not bothered about the time it takes to get the result back. You're quite happy to isolate. If you need to be back in work within 2 to 3 days, you might want to pay a wee bit extra to get a more expensive test done at the airport and get it posted as quick as possible. Depends what time you fly back in, to be honest with you as well. If it's late at night, it's going to be the next day before you're posting it. So all these things you need to consider. I'm just going to quickly show you a website. This is a COVID test for travel, COVID testing network. What it does is it compares quite a lot of options. So what do you need to test for? I'll leave a link below the video for this website as well. It's good. It's a good comparison website. So I need it for entering England, obviously Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, could be a wee bit different. What country are you coming from? I'm just going to say Spain, including the Canary Islands. When do you plan to arrive? So I'm going to say 3rd of December. On that date, will you have been fully vaccinated? Yes. Okay, so it just confirms at the moment Spain is not in the red list. It's going to tell you need a COVID test obviously as well. And then we're just going to compare day 2 PCR tests. Where would you like to take the test now? This will depend, as I said, if you want it done at the airport and it's a lot quicker. You've got the option here of selecting the airport. You can see they've got Gatwick and Heathrow, Luton. Only one in Scotland listed is Edinburgh. Let's just do that just to show you how it works. So it's telling me that we've got testing available at Edinburgh Airport starting from £54 and going up to £99. You need to click on here to get all the details, but most of them they've got testing available at the airport, which might be a bit quicker. You can get it done and posted right away. But if you're on an early morning flight and you arrive back at the house, obviously, then you can just do it in the house and just send it straight away to the company as well. So it'll really just depend on your requirements. Let's just click at home. Option here, filter it by price or customer satisfaction. I'll do price. So they're showing tests from £39. They've got some customer feedback, some ratings here as well. And as I said, on the government list, the prices will vary. Now, company I've used before called Expert Medicals. Look at the reviews in Google. 1.5 out of 5. So there's a lot of really interesting reviews on here. You'll see some 5-star reviews, and then obviously you've got 1-star reviews. You've got people saying they didn't receive the results back. So basically use at your own risk here, because if you don't receive the results, in theory, you have to self-isolate. So you're taking a wee bit of a gamble. You're getting a PCR for £20. I've used them before and I got the results within 24 hours, but obviously there's people saying they've never received the results. So use at your own risk. You'll see varied reviews here, 5 stars, 1 stars. Judge for yourself. So that's Expert Medicals. You just click on here. It's £20 for the HomeKit. We'll post it out to you, and as I said, you'll just send it back and you'll wait in the PCR results. Hopefully you'll get them back within 24 to 48 hours. Some customers saying they've not received them back, there's been big delays. So you take a wee bit of a gamble with this, but it's a PCR test for £20. If you're working from home, you're not really bothered, and you just want to get the locator form filled in and the reference numbers accepted, this might be perfect for you. If you really need to rely on getting back to work within 2 to 3 days, you might want to use one of the other companies that have obviously got better reviews. Just being honest with you. So, variety of ones here, starting from £1, £15. I've never heard them getting any of these PCR tests for £1. So that's PCR Diagnosis London. I'll click on it, see what they're saying. So we're entering the UK. Okay, so day 2 PCR test, advertising here, £68. So you can see the type of problems you've got with the government approved list. Firstly, these companies, I've got no idea how they're advertising some of the prices, and then you click on there and the prices are not accurate. You really have to clamp down on that. There should be somebody looking at that. Let me know if you had a cheaper price than £20, but if you're comfortable just using the tour operators or using Randox, etc., you're going to pay a wee bit more, but they've got better reviews. Let me know, has anybody used Expert Medicals? I've used them with no problems, but as I said, use at your own risk. So I hope you found the video useful. Just to summarise, you've got the COVID testing network that will filter all your requirements depending on where you want tested, how quickly you want it done, and you've got the government approved list. And you've also got a company who I've used, who I don't recommend. Use at your own risk. They have been fine for me, no problem. Expert Medicals. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Kevin. I do a lot of videos, mostly around Tenerife and some other hotter places. You can see a variety of videos we've got here, and you just click the wee button there that says subscribe. It's absolutely free. Hit the wee bell next to it for all notifications, and if you're interested in travel videos, sometimes I do travel updates like this where I let you know about the tests, then just click the wee bell next to it for all notifications. If you've enjoyed the video and you found it useful, give it a wee thumbs up and let me know in the comments what's the cheapest PCR test that you've booked so far. If you can beat £20, I'll be impressed. I know that TUI and some other operators, sometimes when you book package holidays with them, you can get them a wee bit cheaper. You obviously have to be going with them. So there's quite a lot of options. Hopefully the prices are going to come down. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.